far side.
Yeah, so we're gonna get ready to go in here, go pick up some fishing gear, go hit the water right quick, see if I can snag me one today. All right, so pretty much here, this is one of my favorite go-tos. I ain't even gonna show y'all the flavor though. I don't want y'all. I can't let you see the flavor.
Secrets out, right?
But you know, I'm a worm fisher. I use up worms a lot, and it just depends on how I rig it, whether I do Texas rig or wacky rig. So,
and explain to them with those two types of rigs, like what that mean?
Texas rig is pretty much where you just take the hook, slide it in at the top, and the worm just stands straight up. But when you wacky rig it, you just put the worm on the hook and you put like these O-rings on it so that when the worm is in the water, it's just moving up and down like that instead of standing straight up.
Okay.
It makes the worm look helpless, and fish see that and it's like attack mode, so they hit it more aggressive.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Normally when I wacky rig, I get way more of aggressive bite and it's easier to set the hook because they hit it much harder.
Set the hook. I heard it again.
Yeah, set the hook. So I normally get a couple flavors because depending on the water color, the season, you never know what they want. Fish is like, all right, so just want to give y'all some insight on a few things you got to make sure you have in your tackle box, because anything can always go wrong when you're fishing. Make sure you have a knife, make sure you have some pliers, make sure you got extra line, whatever gear you fish with, whether it's artificial, real bait, make sure you always have extra hooks, extra bait, because anything can go wrong. You can get hung, a fish can just take your lure, then you got to replace it. And especially with artificial worms, if a fish real aggressive, they bite it, sometimes the worm ain't no more good after it don't look the same. So always make sure you got extra bait. Eventually, you know, we want to be in Bass Pro, all these fishing stores, and you know, we want to sponsor tournaments. You know, that's the long-term goal for the brand. You know, just taking it light, one day at a time.
As far as short term, what you got in mind?
Short term, you know, we got the long sleeves dropping soon, very, very soon. We're going to have some scullies coming. And then for next spring, next spring, it's going to be crazy. We're going to have everything from fishing vests to bucket hats. You know, I'm just going to leave it there. I don't want to give away too much.
All right, let's give these people a little bit more insight as far as BassLordz. What made you think of BassLordz? Like, how did you come about the name and everything?
All right, so pretty much, you know, I've been growing up fishing since I was like old enough to walk and be able to throw a rod. And but first giving on to God for just giving me the idea to come up with this. So pretty much like one day, you know, I was just like, yo, I want to do my own clothing line. So I was like, everybody's doing like their own little thing, but what can separate me or make mine different or tap into like a different market? I was like, well, I know I love fishing. So, you know, I was talking to a good friend of mine. I was like, yo, I want to do a clothing line, but fishing-wise. And, you know, so from that day, we started like a Google Sheet. We both at work, you know, adding stuff to the Google Sheet of, you know, what we can do for the brand. And, you know, from there, it just started to come to life. You know, I just want to, you know, definitely thank God and just everybody that's been, you know, helping me with the brand. Like, it's really growing. It's really growing to, you know, what I know it can be. So, you know, it's been a big part of my life as far as establishing friendships and just teaching me about patience and everything. So it's more than just a clothing line to me. Like, me doing this is more so really a part of me for real. So I'm not even really doing it for like the fame, quote unquote, or just to have some out there just to make $1. This is really like a genuine part of me. So, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like I always have something that's mine, and I can be comfortable with that.
Word. Now, as far as the name bass, so like, out of all the different type of fish, why did you choose bass as far as the head of the name?
Well, that's like my favorite fish to catch because they're so aggressive, and it's so many highs and lows with catching bass. Like you can hook Bertha. That's what we call Bertha. It's pretty much like a big bass, about anywhere from like 6 and up pounds, like 6 to 12 pounds, anywhere in that range. And you know, you can hook her, think you about to bring out the water, and she pop your line. You know what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of days I done hooked the fish, get into the bank, she done got off the hook, or because I ain't set the hook right. But
Set the hook.
but yeah, so you know, it's just so much fun with catching bass, and I just like the fight that they give. Like, you know, I've caught one a couple times where like it took me 10 to 15 minutes just to get it out the water because of the fight, and you know, not trying to risk, you know, getting it off my line. So you know, that's pretty much why I chose bass. You know, and then I love coming, you know, in places like this. So that's kind of what made me choose bass. And then the Lords, it's pretty much I put Lords on it because pretty much BassLordz to me is like the gurus of fishing.
Right.
So, and I look at it as the gurus of fishing, and you never leave the water having a bad day. Like you always catch something. That's why I call it BassLordz. Because if you're a BassLord, you ain't gonna never have a bad day. You're gonna pull something out the water. So
Right.
That's pretty much where it came from.
All right, and I know we touched a second on furthering the brand. Is there any collaborations or anything you got in mind anytime soon, or just any ideas?
Eventually, I plan on my stuff being in Bass Pro Shop. You know, that's the long-term goal. I want to sponsor fishermen that are in tournaments. I would love to just give them gear and let them wear my gear in tournaments, and you know, sponsor them. And, you know, that's pretty much the plan. As far as collaborations, I would love to collaborate with different brands because I want it to be also a streetwear.
Right.
I don't want it to be also just tied to fishing. I want people to feel comfortable wearing my gear. Just, hey, I want a shirt to wear outside. You know,
Right.
I can just throw on a BassLordz tee. I don't have to wear this just to go fishing.
Right.
And a lot of fishing gear kind of, I'm not gonna say you can't really wear it out, but it's
Not as versatile.
Yeah, it's not really versatile. It's mainly designed to wear outdoor and
Right.
in that atmosphere. So
Right.
that's kind of the transition I want to make different.